Hello guys and welcome to today's video. I'm Shadowreign and today we are going to be talking about the top 5 off-meta classes that you can be using, which to be fair should be meta because they are actually really powerful. If you do like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe as well to be part of the A1A, and yeah, we'll also have a montage of all these weapons in use later on, which will be really fun. But right now let's just break down the classes and what they're all about and why we're using them. The first class I've got for you is getting people out of rooms and getting people off rooftops, and that is going to be with a Bruin and a Joker, and I'm going to break down why and how we're going to be using it. So the Joker is going to be getting used with a 200 round belt, which is really handy. We're using that in combination with FMJ. This will give you a little bit more aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, with a sight and a monolithic suppressor, just because I always use monolithic suppressors where I can. And what you do is you're going to use this with a snapshot grenade, and this is going to allow you to use that extra punch you get from LMGs anyway, combine that with FMJ, so you're basically just doing normal damage through walls, and it's absolutely insane. This is really good for when you know there's a camper at the other side of that wall, and you just throw your recon grenade, not necessarily in the building, you can literally throw it up against the wall where you think he is, and it'll literally ping him through the wall, even if the snapshot grenade's not in there, which a few people don't actually know about the snapshot grenade. So that's how you're going to be pulling that one off. And when you got those idiots who are on top with their little snipers thinking they're all cool, you can just literally use the Joker and start spamming them. Now, it is worth to know that you are going to want to use munitions boxes on this, so to refill your rockets, and obviously to make sure that you've got enough ammo at all times to spam. Now, I would be rocking restock on this. I don't know why Ghost is on there. That is hilarious. But yes, I would rock restock on this, and we will get that going to amazing effect. Also use amped because it's going to allow you to change the weapons very quickly, and it's also going to allow you to reload the launcher extremely quick, so you can have a lot of pressure going on there. So you can drop 1, 2, 3 Jokers at once, maybe, well, probably realistically 2, before they even realize that death is pending. Now, a good thing about the Joker as well is it has that inbuilt thermal scope, so even if you're not looking for something to kill, you can press that button, and you will be able to see people from far away in white, provided they're not using the cold-blooded perk, of course. But yes, it's a really good scouting tool for that as well. So this is literally the Search and Destroy class. The next class that we're going to be looking into is going to be the Org and the Dragonov, a surprisingly good pairing. Now, the way that we're going to be doing this is that the Dragonov is going to be kitted to be a DMR, a marksman rifle, and not necessarily a sniper rifle. We all know that there's better sniper rifles out there to use than the Dragonov, but if you use the Dragonov like an EBR, like an SKS, you're going to have a little bit more joy with it, purely because it does a lot more damage and it can one tap to the head. Now, with the stock on there, you're going to have a little bit more, can't get your words out, aim and stability, which will help, just obviously because you're not going to be using like sniper scopes and you can't hold your breath as much, well, at all. I'm running the 20 round mags because, like I said, this is going to be a little bit more of an assault orientated build. I'm using the attack laser just to give me a little bit more speed, just so I can snap onto my targets a bit quicker, and also monolithic suppressor. I will probably change something out and use the longer barrel once I get it, but right now I don't, and realistically it'll either be the stock or the laser, but I'll let you know on that one once we do it. You can have a little watch in the videos by clicking that subscribe button again and seeing when I do release a video on it properly. The second gun in this class is going to be a Org. Now, yes, this is a tier 1 class, which means it's the first class you'll pick up before going to your perks for a second box. Now, I'm running a monolithic suppressor, long barrel, 5 megawatt laser, commando foregrip, and the 60 round drums. Now, the reason I'm running it in this particular way is because even though it's quite a big, heavier version of the weapon, it is still very light and will still do SMG mobility when someone's in your face. So it's a really good weapon to have when you're up close, and it does go into that medium range very well, and you don't need a sight on this one. So I think it's got a really clean iron sight for what it is. The commando foregrip is going to stop the gun from wobbling, which I think is more annoying than its vertical recoil. You've got the long barrel on that, stopping that from doing it anyways. So yeah, that's how I run that class. Again, with the perks on this one, you can run this any way you want. I'm running it with C4s and stuns because it's now funner to do and stun a building and kill everyone nearby. But also, if you're taking a fight in a forest, you can also throw that stun down, whip out that Dragonov, and ping people to the head. Really fun to do. The next class on our list, the third class on our list, is going to be what I call the Grenadier class. So for this one, you are going to be equipped for pretty much everything. Again, it's a tier 1. So what you're going to be doing with this one is you're going to be having a assault rifle with good medium range, good short range, and doesn't drop off too much at like a medium longer assault rifle range. So for that, I'm rocking the CR56 AMAX, but you could run this with a Grau and you could run it with an M4A1 as well. To be fair, you could run this with any assault rifle, just as long as the assault rifle itself's just got a little bit punch about it, you should be alright. Now the reason that we're going to be using this is because this shotgun here is actually really powerful, and people are not giving it the credit that it's due. Only thing is though, your ammo pool is limited with this, and you will need to use a munitions box to top up once you've used it. Also, with it being a tier 1, once you have dropped your weapons for your perks and you pick your weapons back up, that shotgun won't have any ammo, so make sure you have a munitions box to hand to make sure you stock that up if that's how you're going to run it. Again, it's a generally good class, it's a good all-round class, but not many people are using this underbarrel shotgun because it's a shame, because a lot of assault rifles struggle up close when up against MP5s and other stuff. That's my Facebook, ignore that. But yeah, this lets you compete with them. It's not going to compete with an actual shotgun, but it is going to be doing a lot of damage all the same. I'm running that with a sniper rifle as well, just to complete the range. And yeah, I'll put the monolithic on there because lol, why not? But yeah, basically just running this sniper as is. So I'm running the HDR Pro barrel, 9-round mags, variable zoom scope, and that stock, which gives you really nice aiming stability. So yeah, that's pretty much that class. So let's move on to the next one, which is slightly meta. I'll give you that one. Slightly though. So you are going to be using a meta weapon in the FAL, but you're going to be running it alongside an actual shotgun. So the shotgun that we're using on this one is the model, and I've named mine the Executioner, because that's what it does really. And I'm running the Forge Tac Marauder muzzle on it. I'm running the XRK 30 barrel, the 5mm laser, no stock because it's a pump action shotgun, so recoil is not going to be an issue anyway, and for all the mobility that you're going to gain from this, absolutely worth using. And then Dragon's Breath, because it absolutely shreds armor and it has a tendency of making people panic. You fire one blast at that at someone, even if you miss, they're likely going to panic, run away, miss shot, easy kill, bish, bash, bosh. So yeah, and it has really good range, but just make sure that you aim it down sight though when you're using this. The only reason we're going to be doing that is because it's going to make your pellets even tighter in combination with this attachment here. But when you also use the XRK 30, you're going to get that tighter pellet spread, and you're going to get an extra few bullets, which is always good. So with that being said, let's move on to the next class. So the next class that we're going to be talking about for you in this one is going to be what I like to call the absolute devastation class. So the reason that we're going to be using that is that we're going to be using the mini Uzi with its .41 AE rounds, and they are going to be packing a punch at short and medium range, and they are going to be fantastic for you because it's basically an SMG mobility weapon with assault rifle range, and it's absolutely filthy good. And then you're going to be rocking that with a marksman rifle, and the reason that we're going to be running it like this is because that's going to cover all of your ranges, and it's also just generally quite a fast class to use. So I'll break down the Uzi for you first. The Uzi, you're going to be using the monolithic suppressor because absolutely be using that for extra range, tac laser, optic, merc foregrip, and the ammunition. Now I know I said I liked the carbine barrel before, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel as if it's giving me that much when I've used it without one, and I'd rather have something better to control that recoil, which is what I'm going to be doing with that class there. And yeah, but this packs a punch from anything from short range up to medium range assault rifle range, and it's ridiculous. And then for the EBR, we are going to be running the monolithic suppressor again. Old theme, I know. The long barrel for this one, purely because it's going to give you extra bullet velocity, which is going to make your shot a lot easier to hit at range. I'm running the thermal optic hybrid. The reason I'm not running a sniper scope on this is because you can still use this gun at a range, but like in that medium range as well, where someone's quite like obviously outside the Uzi range but still inside that 2-hit headshot range. Allows you to quickly flick to the other scope, so that's all good. Then I'm using the F-Tac precision comb just for that extra aim and stability to make shots easier to line up and hit. And then I'm using the 20-round mags. Now the only downside to this is that it is using sniper ammo, But that being said, if you're hitting your shots with this, it absolutely slaps. A good class setup for solos or duos, this one is, just so you know. I rock that with EOD and amps, just because you constantly want to be flipping between your weapons. And to be fair, if you run out of bullets in a fight up close with the Uzi, the Devastator is not too bad to turn around and actually start pumping bullets into them once you've got that flip sight enabled. And then of course C4, because why not? And then the stun grenades, again, making stuff easier to hit. And that is going to be the end of this particular video, everyone. And if you did like it, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to be part of the A1A and join the next ones. But up until then, hope you enjoy your week, and we will see you tomorrow in the next episode. Peace.